Basketball season now in full swing in the state of Indiana, and for both of these teams, the second game of the young campaign. The Greenwood Christian Academy Cougars returning to their home court, trying to bounce back from a loss earlier in the week, and standing in their way, the Park Tudor Panthers, who are trying to start this season 2-0. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Morales Group, Bertner Electric, IUPUI Sports Management, Piper Logistics, and Reynolds Farm Equipment. Alongside the coach, Keith Myers, Jarrett Lewis with you here on the Family of Networks, IndianaSRN, one of two games that we have delivered for you this afternoon. And the second game, like we said, for both of these ball clubs, a little different start to the season for these two. Greenwood Christian Academy earlier in the week losing to Greenwood in a very close affair and a low-scoring game at that, 36-39, trying to bounce back and get to that 500 mark under their first-year head coach Jackson Williams. Meanwhile, Tim Adams is at the helm of Park Tudor in his fourth year and in a very impressive 44-22 record for the Panthers. And they're trying to start the season now 2-0. They got a win earlier this week versus Gearing Catholic, 73-62. So, Coach, you look at these teams on paper, much low-scoring game for Greenwood Christian Academy, and they're losing a lot of points that were on this team last year. And for Park Tudor, they have an entire starting five that can really score the basketball. Scoring 73 points to start off their season is very impressive. So it's going to be, it looks like, a matter of whether Greenwood Christian Academy can hold Park Tudor under a certain point mark and keep themselves in this game.
Yeah, my number tonight is you got to keep them underneath 50. If you can keep them underneath 50 and you shoot the ball well, I think you'll be in a pretty good shape to probably win this game, to hold your own court, and that's important because you look at this game, not only is it the first game of the year on your home floor, it's a conference game as well, and both of these teams are in that north-south division, so a loss here puts you a game back, and it's tough to build one up. If you look at Park Tudor, they're healthy, and I'm surprised how well they have played, especially against Gearing Catholic, because they had some kids that played football who got their practices in, and now they're on the basketball floor. And that transition, and a lot of coaches will tell you that first 3 weeks of transition from football to basketball is the worst basketball that you possibly could play. But after that Christmas settled down a little bit, that second half, everybody understands what's going on. So it'd be a very interesting contest. I'm excited about being here.
Yeah, that too. Me as well. As some of the points that we mentioned that Greenwood Christian is losing from last year, they graduated Styles McCorkle, who led the team in scoring 21.5 points, but also 6 rebounds is what he averaged a game. The leading scorer returning from last year is Blake Shoemaker, and he's just a junior. He averaged 9 points last year. But then after that, it's really a large drop-off for Greenwood Christian. They're kind of looking for that second and third guy that can also contribute in the scoring column along with Shoemaker. And it's not a very deep roster either for Coach Jackson Williams. They only dress about 9 or 10 guys, so which is very different looking at the Park Tudor roster. But it's going to be difficult, we can expect, for Greenwood Christian, I think, to have those guys, like we said, contribute in that scoring. Losing Styles McCorkle along with Evan Stinnett, who contributed a decent amount of points last year as well.
Yeah, I think if you look at Greenwood Christian, the Reed kid, Eden Reed, might be the one that would be answered some points for you, because I think he's the kid that can generate and shoots the ball well, very young, and can handle the ball pretty well. He might be the kid that can step up for them, but we'll wait and see.
The second game for both of these teams on the young 2021 and 22 campaign, a Pioneer Conference game as well. Both of these teams opening up conference play tonight. From Greenwood Christian Academy, we'll take a closer look at the Panthers and how they stack up tonight. When we return, it's the Panthers and the Cougars on IndianaSRN.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? by traveling the world, or by staying perfectly still. For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Welcome back to Greenwood Christian Academy. Tonight it's the Cougars and the Panthers on IndianaSRN. We took a closer look at how the Cougars were looking coming into this matchup. And now the visiting team, as you can see there, wearing the road black uniforms, is the Panthers of Park Tudor. And the tallest player you see on that side of the court, number 2, Jermaine Coleman, a junior, a force to be reckoned with, a guy that we will see touch the basketball a lot tonight, as Coleman has really caught the eyes of a lot of colleges, and he's just a junior. He's gotten, he took a couple of visits this summer to places like Butler and Xavier, and he's gotten a couple of D1 offers, including from 2 MAC schools, Akron and Miami of Ohio. But like we said, still just a junior. He's got a lot of time to grow, and very well we could see much bigger programs start to get into the picture for Mr. Coleman.
Yeah, I think we'll have to wait and see what he does. He is a team leader. We'll see what he does with the leadership that he has to have. But as a junior, to have that many people knocking on your door this early in your career, that's pretty cool. And I've never had that experience before. I'm sure you have had that experience back in your football days, but for me, I never had that experience. But it's kind of cool because the excitement that builds there, and not only do they look at you, but they look at your teammates, and it makes your teammates step up a little bit because he goes, well, if you think he can play, I can play too.
Coleman and company right now have the number 5 ranked team in Class 2A, rounding out the Class 2A in the boys poll. Coach has a look at it right here. The remaining 5 teams ahead of Park Tudor, or 4 I should say.
Yeah, if you look at the IndianaSRN poll, Park Heritage is 1, Lutheran Stockton 2, Covenant Christian 3, South Ripley is 4, and Park Tudor is 5 in our rankings. 1A, Bar Reeve, Lagodi, Counts, Indianapolis Lutheran, Indianapolis Tinley. 3A, Silver Creek, a really good ball club. I think Guerin Catholic will probably fall because they lost this week. Sullivan, Danville in their top 5, and then Carmel, McCutcheon, Lawrence North, and Indianapolis Tech. It's all the Indianapolis Tech ball club, Jarrett. They're the real deal, and Plainfield. While we're talking polls, let's do the ladies for you real quick. 4A, Noblesville, Crown Point, Franklin, Fishers, Hamilton Southeastern. 3A, South Bend, Washington, Silver Creek, Mishawaka Marion, Salem, Norwell. 2A, Triton Central, Tipton, Frankton, Fairland, and Forest Park. And in 1A, Trinity Lutheran, Lanesville, Jacksonville, Morgan Township, and Walden. Those will be all new next week, I'm sure, because there's a lot of upsets that happened yesterday, and probably more upsets coming.
And you can see those polls on our sports page at IndianaSRN.org or RadioTroy.com. Troy at RadioTroy.com. We'll get that right, as both teams have now headed over to their bench. Greenwood Christian Academy 0-1 to start this season under head coach Jackson Williams. Last year, a 12-8 mark for them. And for Park Tudor last year, 11-7. Game number 2 coming up here on IndianaSRN. Don't go anywhere. Tip-off coming closer.
What's the number one misconception you think about Freemasonry?
Well, I think most people just think of Freemasonry as some kind of secret society, and you go with some of the rumors out there and so on, and they really don't understand who we are. They don't understand that we are a fraternity of brothers first, and our obligation is to take care of each other and our widows and orphans, etc. within our group. They don't understand what the fraternity part of Freemasonry really is, and that's the misconception that's out there. I think first and foremost, of anyone that wants to join Freemasonry, I'd like them to know that it's really not a secret society. You may say it's a society with a secret because we have some handshakes and some passwords that you could easily find down in the library if you get the right book. Freemasonry is more, it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, it's a way of sharing common thoughts and everything with people of all different vocations that really understand of getting together on the level. Whether you're a judge or a police officer or a janitor, you're all on the same level when you're in a Masonic lodge room. And I think that's one of the greatest things, that you can sit with people of all vocations, but you have that certain thing in common, that you're all brothers.
Starting lineups coming up here shortly from Greenwood Christian Academy. First up, the visiting Park Tudor Panthers. Last year, like we said, 11-7 was their season. They fell in the first round of the sectional to the eventual sectional champions being Covenant Christian. And now trying to start off this season hot. C.J. Thompson is a senior starting at one of the guard, and there you see Jermaine Coleman wearing number 2, a junior. The rest of the starting lineup coming up here now. Bryce Petty is in there at one of the guards, also a junior. There you see Caleb Harris, a senior, wearing number 25, and also number 24, Jordan Bowles, is in the starting lineup, also a senior. A lot of experience on this Park Tudor side, a lot of guys that played as sophomores and juniors and are still playing this year as seniors and juniors. On the other side, the home team for Greenwood Christian Academy, they have Ian Reed wearing number 13 at one of the guards. Number 23 is Max Boer, just a sophomore. Aiden Sloan there in the starting lineup as well. He wears 31. Wearing number 34, you see there is Blake Shoemaker. He's the returning leading scorer from last year at 9 points. Also added 3.7 rebounds a contest. And then also Brett Northern. He'll be the big man down low. He wears number 44. No doubt about it, the size advantage is going to go to Park Tudor. Northern is up there in size at 6'2". Matt Tiki is listed as the tallest player on the team. He's at 6'4", but not actually he is starting. Tiki is in the starting lineup instead of Northern.
How about Tim Adams, the coach at Park Tudor, wearing some kets and his little sweats? Look good. I know his dad's probably watching. Hello, John. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's going to be a great contest. It's going to be fun.
So it will be Tiki in the circle at 6'4", and Coleman at 6'7", and he's every bit of it, and he wins the tip with the left hand. The Panthers will go from right to left, wearing their away all-black uniforms with red numbers and letters.
2-3 zone for Greenwood Christian to open up. Make them shoot them from this parking lot, folks.
Cougars only gave up 39 points. Coleman's 3, the lefty from the right wing, is no good. So the Cougars gave up 39 to Greenwood just last week, but they only scored 36 themselves and ended up falling in their season opener.
That's always a battle down there in Greenwood. They never play that game at Greenwood Christian Academy. That thing is at Greenwood, and that thing is sold out, folks.
Nice shot fake, and getting Coleman up in the air. It goes down for Aiden Sloan to kick off tonight's scoring.
Let's go to man-to-man, from zone to man-to-man, now back to the 2-3 zone.
This is just the third meeting between these two ball clubs. They did not play each other last year. That shot affected by Tiki, and going the other way are the Cougars. Behind the back, ball's on the floor, and nearly a turnover, but the Cougars keep it. And they'll kick things back out. It's Sloan again, who beats Coleman and lays it up nicely off the glass. First 4 points, all to Aiden Sloan, the senior.
How about that first step for Sloan? Nice. Didn't panic.
And was able to get it over the outstretched arms of Coleman. Sticking to this 2-3 zone. Into the corner, driving baseline, and the shot is blocked by Tiki, and Sloan sends it out of bounds. That was Bryce Petty trying to drive the baseline.
I like the defensive play of Greenwood when it gets underneath their basket. It looks like it's Hawaii night at Greenwood Christian tonight.
You can see the theme of the student section right there. Behind the man getting it in, Jordan Bowles. Coleman, step back. He'll try the other wing this time. Still no good. And rising up high for the rebound was Boer. Boer thought about a three. Will now split the defense. Hesitated on the shot, and it's no good. Thompson pushes it up the floor. And a whistle comes in, a foul, the first of the ball game going against Greenwood Christian.
Foul number 33, Matt Tyke, that's his first.
They're going to call it on Tyke.
Now at the line shooting free throws, number 24, Jordan Bowles.
Again, both these teams hail from the Pioneer Conference, and they split the conference up into divisions. Is that right, Coach?
North and South, because there are, if I remember correctly, there's 11 teams in the conference. All pretty small schools, actually. It's a neat little conference. Greenwood has won it a couple of times.
Bowles goes 2 for 2 at the line.
You know, you look at both of these teams, you know, Greenwood Christian, a 1A school, Park Tudor, a 2A school. We'll see Park Tudor a couple of times this year. Of course, Greenwood Christian we'll see at least 9 times on the webcast on IndianaSRN.
After breaking the press, the Cougars knock down a three, and it's from Max Boer.
You know, if you're Coach Williams, you're pretty happy with this start.
Trying a three of their own from Park Tudor and knocking it down is Bryce Petty, the first made field goal for the Panthers. And now they'll bring out this full court press. C.J. Thompson at the top of it will go over.
That's a scary pass.
Boer, same spot, but Thompson closes out nicely. Boer, Euro step, gets his own rebound. On the block, tough shot, it won't go.
Nice defense, went straight up and down. Good no call by the officials.
That was Caleb Harris who went 2 arms straight up into the air. Nice kick out into the corner, a three from Thompson, and he hits the top of the backboard.
That looks like your practice shot.
Okay. Missed shot that time, and it's good as Shoemaker got his own rebound after the miss.
Early today, down on the floor. You tried your best.
I'm going to be honest with you. I was not.
You wasn't ready. You wasn't focused, were you?
I had some. I put up some shots like that. I'm going to be honest.
Okay, good.
Down low, tough go, and he puts it down. Does Caleb Harris for the Panthers?
You want to put this for. You want to get the guy in the middle of the floor. There you go.
3-pointer for Shoemaker.
I don't know if that's the shot you wanted getting out of the press, though.
And they get another offensive rebound to the Cougars. Again, Shoemaker from the top of the key, nothing but net. That's the second made three for the Cougars.
I got him for 5 already.
Shoemaker does have 5, and he'll force a timeout called by Coach Adams of the Panthers. 12-7 is our score here early on. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for you and your company. We do much more than that. Let us help you today. Contact the Morales Group at 317-472-7600. The Morales Group, a proud partner of IndianaSRN.
You want to take a look at our schedule? On Thursday, we have basketball for you. Ritter versus Covenant Christian. That is a girls' game at 7:30. It's on radio only. On Friday, doubleheader, West Vigo, Greencastle, boys and girls, 6 and 7:30 starts. On Saturday, we got a doubleheader, Indian Creek and Greencastle, Covenant Christian at Cecina, Hamilton Heights at Guerin Catholic, Guerin Catholic and Covenant Christian girls, and University and Greenwood Christian. We are busy. 11 games this week on the network at IndianaSRN.
Football just wrapped up on Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving break, and now basketball is a full go. Coleman in the short corner. Jumper doesn't go, and a collision late as we get a foul called on. It looks like it's going to be against Greenwood Christian. That's going to go against Ian Reed. Just 2 fouls so far called by the referees, both going against the Cougars. New substitution for the Panthers as Bryson Hobbs has checked in.
Want to say hello to Lee Bigelow, who's watching the game tonight from home. Thanks so much for checking in, Lee.
Right wing three, no good from Petty, but the rebound soaring up was Bowles. Panthers with another crack at it. Down low, Hobbs, turnaround, got fouled. Shot didn't go, and I think they're going to tag Northern.
Foul on 44, Brent Northern. His first.
And that is indeed the case. So Hobbs will, who just checked in, go to the free throw line. Hobbs is a pretty big body as well. We've talked about Coleman's size at 6'7". Hobbs checks in at 6'6".
He's this real thick. This the first one.
They also have a freshman on the roster, Cal Bostic. He's also measured in at 6'6". Miles Nerling is a junior at 6'4". A lot of size on this Panthers ball club. Hobbs goes 0 for 2, can't get the bounce, and Thompson trying to keep it alive. On the floor, it'll be a jump ball.
Going to go to Greenwood Christian.
Panthers the only team that have gone to the free throw line. They're now 2 of 4 as a team after Hobbs missed both.
I kind of like it early in the year. Ball's on the ground, and we go after it. I like it.
This is a conference matchup. Both these teams in the same division of the Pioneer Conference, opening up conference play here tonight. Looking for a good start in that regard. Greenwood Christian gets the lucky roll. Brett Northern now into the box score. Keeping it up top at the moment is Park Tudor. Now Thompson will take it baseline on the left side, but good with the right hand. C.J. Thompson, the senior starting point guard.
First 2 of the night for him. Got to protect the ball here.
Nearly tipped out of bounds by Petty. Petty closely guarding Shoemaker. Boer drives baseline, tries to dump it down, but nice backside defense. Getting the steal was Bowles.
Park Tudor will probably pound this inside. There it is. Nice steal.
And a steal in response from the Cougars. Catch and shoot, corner 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Long rebound tipped out to Thompson, and he'll push it up. Up to Bowles, who avoids the charge attempt and finger rolls it nicely into the bucket. Under a minute left to go in this opening quarter. Reed finally gets rid of it and now gets it back. He'll try a catch and shoot 3, and he drains it. Ian Reed becomes the 5th different scorer. All 5 starters for the Cougars have now scored. And that's their 3rd three-pointer. Coleman trying to answer. 3rd time's the charm for Jermaine Coleman, as he finally gets one to go from beyond the arc.
They haven't missed it. This is pretty nice, high-scoring first quarter, actually.
Sure is. It started off slow, but now 31 combined points. GCA trying to score before the end of the quarter. 3 seconds. Reed again in the corner. Shot is long, and the buzzer sounds. That's the end of the first quarter from Greenwood Christian Academy. The Cougars 17, Park Tudor 14 on IndianaSRN. Second quarter coming up next.
I don't see anything.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. it's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Second quarter just moments away from the home of the Cougars, Greenwood Christian Academy, with the coach, Keith Myers. Jarrett Lewis here on IndianaSRN, one of two games that we have for you tonight on the family of networks. And the Cougars, 3 main threes in that first quarter, accumulate for a little bit more than half of their points. The shooting off to a nice hot start.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Greenwood, and they came out hitting the ball. Now, this is the telling tale. The first 2 minutes of this quarter, let's see how, if the shooting continues or we get that little drought that sometimes we get during these games.
Jermaine Coleman was 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Got that three-pointer to go right around the 1 minute mark of that first quarter. First shot no good from the Panthers. Reed drives in, but an illegal screen. I believe they're going to tag Parker Satry. And Parker starting off this second quarter. First action for him. No fouls yet called against the Panthers. A whole
clean
quarter of play.
Very
clean
clean
defense. As you can see there, the number 4, the amount of fouls that the Cougars have. Coleman drives baseline, sees 2 defenders come over, and he's able to draw the foul. So the tall lefty will head to the free throw line for the first time.
Sloan on his first foul of the night.
Now at the line, number 2, Jermaine Coleman.
Jermaine Coleman, 11.5 points and 6 rebounds last year. And that one rattles in and out.
Now in the game for the Panthers, number 22, Thomas Ruffin.
Thomas Ruffin now checks in for the first time for the Panthers. He's down low. And also Cal Bostic, one of the guys we mentioned earlier, with some size for the Panthers. Those two down low, but Coleman able to sink the second.
Coach Adams will play lots of people. There are 15 guys on his roster.
Shoemaker had 5 points to lead the scoring for the Cougars in the first quarter. He has it here on the left wing. Doesn't use the screen, beats his man, can't get a nice bounce. And the rebound for Ben Wilkerson of Park Tudor. Rising up and hitting that shot from the elbow was Jordan Bowles. He's got 6 points to lead all scorers.
And our first tie is 17.
3 seniors in the starting 5 for Park Tudor, Bowles being one of them. Shoemaker open, top of the key. His 3 is off the mark. He did fall down after the shot, but it's out of bounds heading over to the Panthers. There's that nice shot again from Bowles after kind of starting a fast break, but pulling up right there at the elbow.
Park Tudor going after their first lead of the night here, this possession.
Panthers able to tie it up at 17. They trail by 3 at the end of 1. Bowles gets a screen at the opposite elbow. This one a little bit longer, but again, Jordan Bowles able to sink it. He's got 4 points in this second quarter, and they've come awfully quick. Missed shot by the Cougars, but they get their own rebound. Another three-point attempt, this time Ian Reed from the left wing, and Reed has his second made 3.
That Reed name sound familiar? Yes, his older sister, Izzy, who is the all-time leading three-point shooter at Greenwood Christian. Well, there's a 3 by
Jermaine Coleman, he has his second 3. Coleman now has 7 points, and he's made both of them from that left wing spot.
Let it rain, big fella.
3 main 3s for Park Tudor, 4 of them for GCA. And you're talking about as another 3 goes down for the Cougars. This time it's Aiden Sloan. Sloan's got 7 points.
You sure this is the second game of the season?
These two teams starting to catch a hot hand in the second quarter. Coleman, no hesitation, in and out. He looks confident in that shot, but it doesn't go.
That almost went down. I was going to leave the stadium.
But real quickly, going back to Ian Reed, and you mentioned Izzy leading Greenwood Christian Academy in a lot of categories, and there's Ian yet again.
That whole entire Reed family, very athletic. And Izzy, if you're listening, you might be watching tonight. Izzy up at IWU, please say hello to you.
Coleman, again, he loves this side of the court.
They're feeling it.
Jermaine Coleman has 7 second quarter points. He's got 10. He's now into double digits.
Folks, we are at 26-25. I mean, this is pretty high scoring for the second game of the year here.
You thought GCA had to keep Park Tudor below 50, but that looks like it's going to be a hard
mark. Hard task to do
right now. It's very hard, yes. But the Cougars are keeping right with them, scoring nearly at will.
Very impressed with the pace that Greenwood Christian came out with.
Reed has knocked down half of his team's three-pointers, and there is Shoemaker for his second. The Cougars have 4 made threes in this second quarter, and we're just over halfway through. Splitting the defense is Bowles. This time a player opts to drive it into the lane, and Bowles will draw the foul. Just a simple handoff to Shoemaker.
Foul was on Satry. That's his second. Bowles at the line for 2.
First one goes down for Jordan. He's got 9, trying to join Coleman in double digits.
Tuesday night basketball right here on IndianaSRN. If you'd like to become a basketball official, contact the IHSAA office. Get involved with the men and women behind the stripes. It's a great way to keep in shape, make some extra money, and be part of the game. Contact Sandra Walters at IHSAA.org/officials.
Bowles goes 2 for 2. He's now 4 of 4 shooting free throws and has 6 of his 11 in this second quarter. Whistle. Shot does not go. Get a foul away from the basketball, and I think it's going to go against Park Tudor. And that's their first one of this first half.
And he was holding Reed down here because Reed was trying to get loose for a three-point shot, and Jersey was a little pulled, got the call.
That foul going against Caleb Harris. Driving in, Boer, off-balance shot, and here goes Coleman. Coleman so tall, so hard to guard. That shot doesn't go. And a tough rebound down low for Harris, but an offensive foul called underneath. And this is 2 quick fouls picked up by number 25, Caleb Harris.
What I like is he stayed in position, took the hit, and made the referee make that call. See what they can do here, convert here.
Greenwood Christian still holding on to a slim lead. Another Reed is in there. That's number 10, Noah Reed, a freshman.
They are related.
This Reed family sure does run deep in the Greenwood community. Here is Noah, top of the key. Nearly loses it, but keeps it alive and not letting it go to the bench was Greenwood Christian. That drive, no good, but a foul called. So after no fouls through a quarter and a half of play, Park Tudor has now had 3 come in about the last minute and a half.
Max Boer at the line shooting 2, excuse me.
Boer did knock down a 3 in that first quarter. His only point so far, but the first free throw, nothing but net. Very early on the jump was Thompson, but it won't matter. Boer does knock it down.
Thompson was saying, hey, you need a Big Mac or a fry? I mean, that was right there.
False start on Dobson of Park Tudor. A couple football guys on this Panther team that we've seen this year.
What a great football program they had this year.
Will run Coleman down the baseline, and now flashing open was Harris, but his shot was deflected. Up the floor, Shoemaker just inside the arc. Noah Reed flies in, but he throws it into the hands of Coleman.
Had nowhere else to go with it. I think he would have went out of bounds if he didn't.
Coleman spinning in the lane. Great defense by Boer. And here comes Max, bringing it the other way.
Oh, you got him open in the wing.
Reed drives in,
There
dumps
you
it
go.
down. He had the position, and those 2 points going down for Tyke. Matt Tyke's first points of the game. He's the 6th different scorer now for the Cougars. Under a minute left to go in this opening half. Right wing 3. Too strong from Petty. Long rebound, tipped around, and picked up by Tyke.
Nobody went to go get the ball.
Shoemaker, no help side defense, and he takes it in. Shoemaker now has 10, and the lead all of a sudden is up to 8. Down low to Thompson, takes a bump, but gets it top of the key. Three-pointer, dead on, goes down for Jordan Bowles. Bowles right now keeping the Panthers in it. Bowles has 13. 5 seconds for the Cougars. Noah Reed doesn't see the clock, I don't think. He tried to dump it down to Tyke, but the first half comes to an end. Cougars do not get off a shot, but they do outscore the Panthers in each quarter. And they lead it after the end of the first half, 35-30. And now we'll enter our halftime spot here on Indiana SRN. The Cougars trying to get that record back to 500 and become 1-1. Park Tudor trying to start the season 2-0. It's halftime here at Greenwood Christian Academy on Indiana SRN.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
I'm Sean Branch, and I am entering my 6th year of teaching 6th grade Math, Science, Bible here at Greenwood Christian Academy. think every teacher in the world wants to have an impactful relationship with each of his or her students. Here at GCA, I get to know these kids. I get to have an impact on their lives because I know what they're interested in, I know what they're passionate about, I understand what they're dealing with and where they're coming from. I've had relationships and communications with their parents, and so I'm able to speak life into them in and out of the classroom, which is a real blessing. As a former student athlete myself, I never thought I would be able to use that part of my journey to impact so many people's lives, but now here at GCA as a coach, I can take my knowledge of sport and use it as a ministry to help these young people.
Learn the story.
Love the story.
Live the story.
Hi, my name is Chris Cross, and for the last 6 years I have taught elementary at GCA, and I'm currently transitioning into an administrative role. Fourth grade students are often struggling with who they are and how they relate to others. Being an elementary teacher, I have been able to speak God's truth into the lives of students just in an everyday manner. Just for example of tattling or gossiping and going into God's Word and saying, how does this word, God's Word, speak into this relationship? How do we use it? What do we do? And the greatest thing is that I've seen those kids take those pieces of information, put them into practice, and also teach their other fellow students. Out at recess, I've heard them say, well, what do you think God would say about this? And to me, that's the greatest thing that can happen here.
Your hauling or moving project has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving has you covered. Honest. Uniformed. Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Thank you very much for joining us. It is halftime. You see the score there, 35-30. Keith Myers, the coach, along with Jarrett Lewis with you. Thank you very much for joining us. Got a guy underneath the weather, Jimmy Cook, who's watching the game on his TV stud, is got the little bit of flu. Jarrett got the call around 1 o'clock this afternoon and head down. Thank you so much for doing that. We'll see a lot of actions this week still. Don't forget, Thursday we have a radio game. Raider takes on Covenant Christian. That's a girls game. Then Friday night, doubleheader for you. West Vigo at Greencastle. Girls is at 6 o'clock start. Boys 7:30. On Saturday, a slew of games for you. Starting at Garin Catholic girls and Covenant Christian girls. Indian Creek at Greencastle. Covenant Christian at Cecina boys. University at Greenwood Christian. Also a radio game for you. And Hamilton Heights and Garin Catholic, and in the boys doubleheader game, Indian Creek and Greencastle. So 11 games, 12 total games this week, 11 coming up your way. And don't forget to join us every week. Check out our YouTube page. Subscribe now. Hit that little red bell, and it will tell you when the games are on the air. And if you like us, please follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN as well. Would like other broadcasters, a company with funding comes primarily by donations of people like you watching or schools with subscriptions to help put kids on TV. Just hit our donate button on IndianaSRN.org. You look at the score, and you think it was dominated by Greenwood, but it really wasn't dominated. Just both teams have played very, very well, and Greenwood Christian has really got some rolls going their way, but really played a really clean first half of basketball.
Yeah, the first quarter, the scoring was got off to a much slower start, but then a couple of guys started catching the hot hand, especially to begin that second quarter, knocking down threes. For Park Tudor, they have hit 5 threes as a team, and Greenwood Christian has hit 7. Ian Reed has 3 of those. Blake Shoemaker leads them in scoring with 10. Reed has those 9 points. Aiden Sloan, 7, and Max Boer, 5. Those are the leading guys scoring-wise for the Cougars. And Coleman had that made 3 in the first quarter, kind of didn't do much else, and most of his game he's been extending out. He's been playing beyond the three-point line. GCA has done a nice job of cutting him off whenever he's looking to drive, but most of his scoring has come from behind the arc. He's got 10 points, and 9 of those via the three-pointer.
A very good first half, very well officiated as well. It's 35-30. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter right after this. You're watching IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Second half about to get underway here from Greenwood Christian Academy. The Cougars up at the moment 35-30 over the visiting Park Tudor Panthers. This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. Along with the coach, Keith Myers, Jarrett Lewis with you on IndianaSRN. Second half about to get underway. The Panthers will begin on defense, actually. They'll switch sides, and the Cougars will go towards their own bench, now going from right to left. Blake Shoemaker, the only one in double figures for the Cougars with 10. Ian Reed added 9 points, and he's the one to start off with the basketball in this second half. Tipped, and nearly a turnover. Driving in and kicking out. Boer now has it. Cross court to Ian Reed. Defense, you could kind of sense the intensity picking up for Park Tudor, and they get a turnover. Driving in and fouled by either Shoemaker or Aiden Sloan of GCA was Bryce Petty. And they're going to tag Aiden Sloan this time. That's his second foul.
You can see the little intensity that Park Tudor has picked up, a little bit more closer guarded than what they did in the first half.
Panthers shot 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Now Petty able to start him off at 6 and 9 in this second half. Petty had just 3 points back in the first quarter. And he goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Jordan Bowles led them in scoring with 13 first half points, and he did it in a variety of ways. 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and also added a made 3. Panthers cut the deficit down to 3 to start this second half. Bad pass, and it's stolen by Thompson. Going the other way, easy layup for CJ, and now the Panthers, with a nice start to this second half, cut it down to 1.
Looks like Greenwood Christian not as sharp as they were the first half. That's the almost their third turnover in less than a minute.
Tyke kicks it out. Boer, a deep three, too strong, and the long rebound to Tyke. Boer, this time cutting to the lane, doesn't get that one to go, and the ball pinballs around, and Thompson, another fast break started by him. Bowles a three. That one was deep. Jordan Bowles, second three of the game. He now has 16. And the Panthers take the lead.
Their first lead of the night.
They were awfully close throughout that first half. Greenwood Christian at one point led by 8, but now all of a sudden down 2. It's a 7-0 run to start this second half, and a timeout has to be called by Coach Williams as Reed was on his knees with that basketball, nowhere to go. Just a 30-second timeout, but how about this? A minute and 47 seconds in, and you can definitely feel it that the Panthers probably had Tim Adams get into him a little bit in that locker room. They start off this second half on fire.
Yeah, you would think that Coach Adams might have said, yeah, fellas, we didn't play very well. Let's just calm down or let's relax. And no, Tim Adams definitely probably raised his voice a little bit, but this is a senior-led team, so you don't have to yell much. They know what to do. They know what their effort was, and their effort has improved about 50% than what it was earlier in the first half.
Last year, the Panthers only averaged 56 points a contest. They limited their opponents to 47 a game.
Boy, that team last year was just that whole area last year was incredible.
And the Panthers really starting off this season pretty solid in each category, especially scoring the basketball, putting up 73 last week against Gearin Catholic, who is a very solid ball club in 3A.
Yes, sir.
So out of the timeout, Cougars trying to score for the first time in this second half. Reed in the corner. Dumps it to Shoemaker. Great defense by the Panthers, but Shoemaker with a little bit of a height advantage, able to rise up and put that shot in the lane. Shoemaker has 12.
And that ball was contested.
Driving in is Bowles, and his layup just rims out.
Got to use the backboard.
Shot fake by Boer into the lane and turning around but called for steps.
That's a pretty good call. I think you need to go up right away there.
Here's the shot by Shoemaker and just had a couple of inches on Petty.
Might have forced that a little bit though, right? You agree?
I do agree. The defense has really picked up for Park Tudor, and you can see now early on that the points are going to be hard to come by for the Cougars.
High-low.
Bowles has it. Over to Coleman, who, no hesitation. I mean, Coleman's shot has just gotten better and better as the game has gone on.
I think he has the green light to shoot anywhere on the floor.
He's got 13 now, and 12 of those points via the three-pointer. Here comes Park Tudor again after taking the lead. Coleman, top of the key, and that one goes down. Jermaine Coleman has the hot hand. 5 made three-pointers.
Now, if you're Greenwood Christian, you really have to score and get back into this system, or you're going to get blown out of your gym.
Trying to answer with a three, but can't do so is Noah Reed. Now here's Coleman.
Better guard him from there. He'll shoot it from there.
And there's that driving ability that you see. For the first time, Jermaine Coleman scores points inside the three-point arc.
He has 8 points in the third quarter.
And we get a whistle as maybe something on the court. And that appears to be the case. Maybe a wet spot or something.
Did our camera guy spill his Coke at halftime and they just found it? That's what he probably did. Ken loves his Coca-Cola.
Jermaine Coleman isn't just a shooter, folks. He can handle the ball.
How much space does he take going to the basket.
He can cover a lot of ground.
My goodness.
He's at 6'7" again. Just a junior. So has this whole season and next season, and at that point is going to have his options on where he wants to go to play at the next level.
That shot was almost at the volleyball court.
Just very similar to a Kevin Durant, just such a tall figure, lengthy, but he can dribble.
And strong, though.
And strong, and he can shoot. He can do just about everything. Reed gives a screen to Shoemaker, and Coleman picks him up. All of a sudden, Panthers are up by 8. A 15-2 run to start this third quarter. Shoemaker trying to answer. In and out on the three. Noah Reed, the smallest guy on the court, picking up the offensive rebound. Hands it off to Ian Reed, and Reed has his 4th three-pointer. It is just a three-point shooting contest tonight.
Almost like horse. You want to make it there? Okay, I'll make it there.
Reed has 4. Shoemaker has 2. Boer and Sloan have added 1 apiece. Coleman's shot may be affected by Shoemaker.
I think that might have got deflected.
Using the screen and a whistle and a traveling violation against the Cougars. Boy, we haven't talked about turnovers a lot, especially in that first half. Fairly clean basketball. But to start the second half, Cougars have about 5 turnovers to our count. And before we resume play, we going to see a timeout called by GCA. They've cut it down to 5. And now we'll probably see Coach Williams wanting to see his guys pick up the intensity a little bit defensively. We've seen them kind of bring out this full court pressure. It's not exactly full court, kind of 3/4 court, but trying to cause some turnovers of their own perhaps.
But do you go man-to-man here? I think Park Tudor outmans you if you go man-to-man. I think you got to go chase Coleman. He's the one that's hurting you a little bit, among other. Bowles has done a pretty good job tonight too. But Thompson, who we thought we would see some electricity come out, I officially only have him for 4 points.
That's right. Thompson has 4, and Coleman, who has come alive in this third quarter, he has 18. And there's one of those threes that he knocked down. Jordan Bowles has 16. Those two guys doing most of the damage. But here of late, it has been Coleman. And it has been a 2-3 zone that we've seen more often than not from the Cougars. So I think you're right, Coach. And there's a turnover. Going the other way for GCA. The runner goes down. Aiden Sloan, an awkward shot, but he gets the roll. Sloan now has 9. He's now among 3 players with 9 or more. Reed hits the deck, but a foul going against the Cougars.
And they're going to call it on Noah.
Bryson Hobbs has checked in for the Panthers. Here's that steal from Sloan. And a nice roll there for the Cougars. Sticking with this 2-3 zone are the Cougars. Bowles driving in, now kicks out. Petty from the right wing, a high arcing 3, but it goes down for Bryce Petty. Petty has 8 points now, and he's knocked down 2 from 3-point range. The Cougars were really knocking down threes in that first half, but it's been the Panthers that have gone the GCA route, knocking down threes of their own. A long possession here offensively for GCA. Tyke kicks it out to Sloan, gets it back, and we get a whistle. The foul and 1 for Matt Tyke. A chance for a 3-point play. Nice little give and go between him and Aiden Sloan. Hobbs gets tagged for the foul.
Don't forget to join the Greenwood Christian Lady Cougars. They are in action December 4th at home. Check that out for you if you're listening or watching from Greenwood tonight.
Tyke converts the and one. He's got 5 points off the bench. 3-point lead for Park Tudor. Going baseline and rising up was Bowles. He thought he got fouled, but it was Hobbs who, on the offensive board, saw a foul.
Noah Reed's second foul tonight.
Just a freshman getting some valuable minutes.
I tell you what, you love the freshmen getting minutes this time of year because by the time tournament time comes, they're a sophomore.
Noah and Ian patrolling the top of the 2-3 zone, driving in. Shot doesn't go for Thomas Ruffin. And a foul will send the basketball the other way. It's going to go against Hobbs. Number 2 against Bryson.
You know, when I coach, I love freshmen. Midway through the year, they really mature. What I hated it when they became a senior. That's when I hated it.
And they became seniors pretty quickly,
yes.
too.
And sometimes senioritis kicked in. But I don't see that on either one of these teams tonight.
About as even of a matchup as you can ask for. Neither team giving in. Aiden Sloan working on Thompson. Another awkward runner. Gets his own rebound and the putback. Aiden Sloan now into double figures. He's got 11.
This lead was 7 at one time for Park Tudor, and Greenwood topped it down.
But able to answer is Jordan Bowles, a quiet third quarter.
I got him for 5.
He's got 5 in the quarter, that's right. He did have an early three-pointer when Park Tudor went on that massive run to start off the second half. Under 30 seconds left to play.
They're going to spread this out for one shot.
Noah and Ian currently going back and forth. Ruffin picks up the defense on the freshman. Has that pass stolen away. Nice dump to the cutting Petty down the lane and give the assist to Jordan Bowles. Last second shot from Reed is off the front of the rim, and Park Tudor comes out hot in this third quarter. They now lead at 52-47 as we enter the fourth and final quarter. Don't go anywhere. This is Indiana High School basketball powered by IndianaSRN.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Eight more minutes left to decide this one between Park Tudor and Greenwood Christian Academy. The Panthers outscore the Cougars 22-12 in that third quarter, and right now they lead it 52-47 with the coach Keith Myers, Jarrett Lewis here on IndianaSRN. These two teams didn't meet last year. They met around this time in 2019. GCA victorious in that one 58-50. The year prior, Park Tudor won that matchup 62-45. Tyke affects that shot from Thompson and a foul away from the basketball going against Park Tudor.
Hobbs' third foul. That could, though he hasn't contributed much offensively, defensively he has contributed a little bit of rebounds.
Hobbs is a much bigger body, and he's matched up right now down low with Tyke. Coleman extends out on Sloan, and they're going to say that he pushed Sloan. Just the first foul on Coleman, so no worries there for Coach Adams. But Coleman, what a third quarter for him. He had 8 points, 2 made threes. Bad pass, and Reed had an option of either fouling, kind of a clear path foul, so to speak, or giving up that fast break 2.
Well, that fast break 2 could have been a slam jam, and that would have erupted the gymnasium.
We haven't gotten to see any of those yet tonight.
Are you disappointed?
I mean,
I know.
It's always nice seeing a slam a jam at the high school level.
I got you. I understand. I try to do one every game.
But the defense on Coleman has been good for the most part, although he has been able to get off shots like that. A couple of offensive rebounds for Hobbs, and he gets that putback.
I got him. That's his first 2 points of the night.
It is indeed. And Hobbs gets the scoring opened up in this fourth quarter. Thompson picking the pocket of Reed, who slides down, gets the basketball back, up the floor to Tyke, and he's fouled by Jermaine Coleman, and Coleman has to be careful.
Coleman asked the Mr. Official if he went straight up. Good job by 32. Hobbs calming him down. Look at this, diving on the ground. This is an open layup here. And got him with the body. I think that's a pretty good call.
Tyke definitely off balance when he put that shot up. But like you said, Coach, nice on the Hobbs to prevent Coleman from possibly picking up a tee. Tyke's first free throw is good.
Again, Greenwood will play on Saturday against University. We have that for you. It's a radio broadcast.
And GCA right now trying to get their first win of the season. It's just game number 2, but of course it'd be better than not starting the season 1-1 than 0-2. Tyke makes it a 5-point disadvantage. Bulls with a nice backdoor cut. Nobody saw Bryce Petty. Petty, he had a great third quarter, and he now has 12 points. Back to a 7-point lead for Park Tudor. Spinning in the lane. Sloan gets called for a traveling. Points in the paint haven't been easy for Greenwood, although they've had a couple of offensive rebound putbacks. But other than that, the defense of Park Tudor has made it hard for the Cougars. The obvious size advantage helps with that. But being able to move their feet and force those turnovers leads to Hobbs on the other end going back to the free throw line. Shoemaker picks up that foul. Hobbs missed both of his free throws back in the first quarter. And he's now 0 for 3.
Is that a broadcaster jinx?
Well, I said he was 0 for 2. Maybe the jinx was going to allow him to make it. Right?
I got it. I got it. Send your hate mail to Jarrett Lewis.
All right, there we go. We got one. Timeout after the made free throw by Hobbs. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break with 6:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. Panthers still on top by 8.
Jingle bells, jingle all
Coach,
the way.
Coach.
Oh, we're back on?
We're on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on there.
Hey, Christmas music, 24/7 on IndianaSRN. Check it out. Christmas music from now till January 3rd. Christmas music live on IndianaSRN.org.
You are now allowed to play and listen to Christmas music that it is after Thanksgiving.
Okay, thank you.
We got the go for that, and it's on IndianaSRN.org. 24/7, like the coach says. Meanwhile, foul against Park Tudor going against Petty.
So you didn't like my singing?
I thought it was kind of off key just a little bit, but other than that, I mean.
Appreciate it. Well, I'm going to be listening tonight on my way home.
Nice cut by Shoemaker and the fine by Tyke. Shoemaker has 14 points for the Cougars. He leads them in scoring. Trying to keep GCA in this one. Cougars outscored Park Tudor in the first and second quarter, but the Panthers by 10. Scoring more points in that third quarter. Offensive rebound to Bulls.
There's the height advantage.
Coleman thinking about a three. Works well with Hobbs, and he threads the needle.
How about Hobbs with 5 this quarter?
And Coleman firing that pass in there. Nice pick and roll between those two.
As we're about halfway through this fourth quarter.
Shoemaker cut off by Petty, but still able to get the shot off. It doesn't go. Here comes Thompson. He's been the one to kickstart a fast break. No shot. They'll say the foul happened on the floor. And both teams now getting close to that 1-and-1 mark. 16 fouls apiece for the Panthers and Cougars. I believe Tyke picked up that last one. Hobbs will take a seat. Caleb Harris has checked in. He was one of the starters for the Panthers. We haven't seen much of him in the second half. Bowles driving in, draws the foul. Jordan Bowles so far 4 of 4 shooting free throws. Nobody really in foul trouble. Shoemaker picks up his second.
Number 24, Jordan Bowles with the line, shooting 2.
Bowles right now 18 points, the same as Coleman, and now he's got 19.
Just found word that Central Christian won over Indiana Math and Science. That was our game on our family of networks tonight. And here it's 61-51, 10-point lead by Park Tudor.
First double-digit lead now for the Panthers. Reed drives in, the freshman with no fear, through the lane, and he'll go to the free throw line. Bryce Petty, that's his second. The only player with 3 fouls or more is Bryson Hobbs, and he's on the bench currently for Park Tudor.
Looks like we got a little bit more moisture on the floor. As we have that time, don't forget to check out our website, IndianaSRN, and stay up to date with all the sports that you would like to use by using our sports page at IndianaSRN.org or Troy at RadioTroy.com. Scores, stats, games, polls, replays, interviews, the whole entire gamut right there on our sports page. Thousands hit it daily. It's on our IndianaSRN sports page.
Number 10, Noah Reed with the line, shooting 2.
Not just high school sports either.
No,
we
it's
got
high school, college,
professional.
Big Ten Challenge, Big Ten ACC Challenge this week. He did a story on that. It was pretty good.
Yeah, Purdue in action tonight against Florida State amongst some other Big Ten and ACC foes.
Did you do that right? The number 2 team in the nation.
That is correct.
Boilermakers.
They got jumped, though. Duke just came in there and took away that number 1 spot.
I don't like it at all.
But Noah Reed, he buries 2 free throws.
But we'll get it back.
IU taking on Syracuse tonight as well. Coleman gets cut off, has to give it off to Thompson, and Thompson, he's been the one to drive it in for Park Tudor. He only has 4 points to show for it, but Thompson has been the guy to get it out in the open court and try to get something going.
And we really didn't see that in the first half. We saw a lot of outside perimeter shooting in the first half. Second half, they've used their size a little bit better.
That last foul called on Aiden Sloan. That's his third as Thompson sinks the first.
I only have him for 5 points tonight.
That is correct. 2 in the first, 2 in the third, and now 2 in the fourth. Back to a 10-point advantage for Park Tudor. Closing in on halfway. In this fourth and final quarter, the freshman Noah Reed. Thompson picks him up. Behind the back, nifty dribbling by Reed, and again, Reed is drawing a foul.
How about Hobbs with his fourth?
Hobbs has checked back in, and he has no help, no choice but help side defense, or else Reed has a wide open lane.
Reed was not afraid to go to the basket, that's for sure. Missed the first.
Need these free throws right now if you're Greenwood Christian. Reed rattles home the second. In this fourth quarter, GCA is 5 of 6 shooting from the free throw line. But they're going to need some stops. Petty swings it into the corner. There's Coleman. Brings it back up top to Bowles. Coleman, nifty dribbling, and that shot isn't going to go, but out of bounds. Reed couldn't keep it back in play, and that is a missed opportunity there for GCA. You get the missed shot and the rebound, but you can't send it the other way.
I wonder if the officials clean windows at home.
That's, 3 or 4 separate times now we've had to.
Love it. Hey, while we get a chance, thanks to our producer, Nick, calling the 1 and 2s, and Ken Thomason tonight, doing our camera work. Outstanding job, fellas. As we will be at Greenwood lots of times this season for girls and boys.
That's right.
Check out that schedule on IndianaSRN.org.
Coleman dribbles it off of his leg, and here's Noah Reed. Driving in left side. No foul called as Coleman definitely affected that shot, and then a traveling violation, I guess, on Noah Reed.
I will tell you, that's a great defensive move. Noah needed to put that up on when he felt the contact, right there, he needed to put it in the cup.
Coleman doing a nice job of.
That's a freshman, though. Right?
That's true. And that's a great big size advantage.
You bet.
Probably about a foot. Bowles drives in.
No look.
Wild shot, and Hobbs can't follow through with it. And this chance there for Park Tudor. GCA, though, they need some points. Not a very good shot from Sloan.
Off balance. Now you need stops.
Defense picking up here. Nice pick and roll. Hobbs was the one to roll, and he gets it to go, plus the foul. Bryson Hobbs did not score in the first 3 quarters, and then in this fourth quarter, he has 7.
Noah Reed picked up his 3rd foul.
And this is getting into dangerous territory now for Greenwood Christian Academy. This is the first time all game where we feel like a team has really gotten out ahead of the opponent. It's up to an 11-point lead for Park Tudor. 2:10 left to play in this fourth quarter on Indiana SRN. Back here at Greenwood Christian Academy with the Panthers up 11 on the Cougars and just 2:10 left to play in this final quarter.
Tim Adams, you saw him, no fouls, display defense, no fouls. It looks like he's got a sub coming into the ball game.
It's Hobbs at the free throw line trying to convert the and one. And Harris will check in for him if he does indeed make it, but he doesn't.
Now, be honest, when you played, you saw somebody going to come and take your place. Did you make the free throw?
That's a good point.
Coach, I don't want to come out.
Reed, catch and shoot.
Short.
Too short. On the floor, a couple of players, including Shoemaker and Petty. Possession arrow favors the Cougars. And now Harris will check in for Hobbs. Again, Hobbs, quite the fourth quarter, 7 points. And they've all come in this quarter. Under 2 minutes. You need some quick buckets if you're the Cougars. They've only scored 7 as a team in this fourth quarter. We get a foul. Shoemaker was trying to get over Petty and use a screen, but Petty held on to him real close. That's the 10th team foul now on Park Tudor. So it is double bonus. And the referees are making sure that they have that right, and they do. 2 free throws upcoming for Shoemaker. His first of the game, and he sinks it.
Still time. You're down 10. Still time. Going to see a lot of free throws over the next minute, 53 seconds, I do believe.
Shoemaker, nicely done. Hits on both. Full court press now here from GCA. Coleman and Thompson back there along with Bulls. They now push it up the floor to Harris.
Oh, they got him in the corner and got out of it.
No need to score here if you're the Panthers. Layups or free throws, and there's one of them. Harris scores.
He's had a pretty good ball game.
Just 4 points, but defense has been there, taking care of the basketball. Shoemaker can't get around Coleman. Hand off to Reed. Tyke trying to gain position on Petty down low. A lot of time burnt off, and it ends up being a turnover. Going the other way, none other than C.J. Thompson. And he gets fouled going to the rack.
So Greenwood goes right back on Saturday, plays a conference opponent in University. How about that schedule? You play the 2 toughest teams in your conference. The first and,
right to begin
the second
season.
and third game of the year.
That's right.
Whoever the athletic director is might want to talk to him, Coach.
Yeah, this was definitely a game to begin the season. You can find out a lot about your ball club. You're playing the toughest teams in your conference right off the bat. And Park Tudor answered the bell. Never let the game slip away from them in the first half. In the third quarter was really the difference.
Yes.
Under a minute left to go in this one. It's an 11-point lead for Park Tudor as Boer tried to go baseline. And he got fouled by Willie Sanders, who is getting his first action tonight. First free throw, no good from Boer. Boer hasn't scored in the second half. He had 5 points entering halftime. Satry has checked back in. He got a couple minutes back in the first half, but under a minute left to go. This one appears to be too big of a disadvantage for GCA. Coach Jackson Williams in just his first year at the helm for the boys program.
I like the style of basketball, though.
And they're picking it up here as Bowles is able to beat everybody. And now we'll see Reed come over and pick up this foul.
Number 13, Ian Reed, that's his third. Team 10.
Free throws now upcoming for Bowles. Bowles perfect from the line tonight, 6 of 6. He's got 20 points, and now he's got 21.
Now in the game for the Cougars, number 33, Matt Tyke. Number 23, Max Boer.
Free throw shooting from Park Tudor as a whole has been terrific. They've only missed 5 as a team, and Bowles is still perfect at 8 and 8.
Now he's going to, Coach Adams cleared the bench. He's played every single player tonight, all 15 kids tonight. Gotta like that.
Largest lead tonight for Park Tudor, and it's coming at the right time, now up 12.
I was always the kid that came off the bench with 3 seconds to go in the game, and the coach told me stay away from the ball.
Deep three from Shoemaker, and it goes down. Blake Shoemaker has 19 points. But it'll come in a losing effort. Foul committed by either Shoemaker or Boer. Now this is a deep three.
Yeah, that's deep down there.
It's at least college. It might be NBA range.
I think it would be NBA.
So these free throws are upcoming for Ben Wilkerson, who, like Coach said, Coach Adams emptying the bench. And the first free throw does go in for Wilkerson.
Well, they are perfect tonight, aren't they? Perfect from the free throw line. Gotta love that.
And another one in for Wilkerson. Final 25 seconds in this one. Park Tudor eclipsing the 70-point mark. Reed with the left hand nicely, and a quick timeout called by Coach Williams. And it appears it is a full timeout, but we'll keep things right here and try and quickly go over these free throw numbers for Park Tudor, because and GCA has done a nice job shooting from the free throw line tonight as well. In fact, they have a better free throw percentage, but Park Tudor has most definitely gotten to the free throw line more often. And Bowles, like we said, is perfect 8 of 8. Unlike most broadcast companies, our funding comes primarily from donations and school subscriptions. Help us put more kids on TV. Go to our website and click that donate button, IndianaSRN.org, or get a hold of the coach and send him an email, coach@IndianaSRN.org.
And it is Giving Day, so if you feel led to hit that donate button, we would really appreciate it.
Giving Tuesday, yep.
Don't forget that Greenwood Christian is one of our many schools that we will be broadcasting on. So settle down, and I hope you enjoyed the 188 games that we started this week. Left, it's going to be a fun year. Noah Reed picks up his 4th foul. The freshman has earned some stripes tonight.
So Park Tudor tonight is 16 of 21 at the free throw line. That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Greenwood Christian is just as good. They are 11 of 13. And now that free throw from Sanders, they've made 17 free throws as a team. Next upcoming game for Park Tudor, they will take on Cecina. That game is the 3rd of December.
We will be at Cecina on Saturday night against Covenant Christian.
Ball goes out of bounds. Last day of November. Tomorrow, wake up, it'll be December. How about that?
Got your Christmas presents then?
Almost.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
You know what Jerry wants?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you might want to get his gift now.
Basket by Tyke and a timeout called by the Cougars. But GCA still trails by 8.
First-year coach, this is learning experiences. Here's what we want to do in this situation. You see this a lot now. A lot of the young coaches want to teach through the whole entire ball game.
Tyke will most likely end the game with 9 points. Leading them in scoring tonight was Blake Shoemaker. He's going to finish with 19. 12 points for Ian Reed and 11 for Aiden Sloan. Those three in double digits tonight for GCA, but it'll come in a losing effort. And Jermaine Coleman will finish tonight with 18 points. He did not score at all in this fourth quarter. So you had to think if this game was a lot closer and Coleman was playing most of the quarter, he could have ended up with more. But he does end the game as the second leading scorer for Park Tudor. Jordan Bowles pacing the Panthers tonight with 22.
Foul number 10, Noah Reed. That's his 5th.
And Reed will step in and get called for that foul. So kind of padding the stat sheet a little bit will be Park Tudor with another player at the line. It is Wilkerson, who's already 2 for 2. Wilkerson, first free throw is good. Others in scoring, Bryce Petty will have 12. Bryson Hobbs, 7 points, all those in the fourth quarter. And Wilkerson rattles that second one down. Reed with a last-second shot, but it won't matter. Final score, 74-64. The Panthers start the season now 2-0. And again, like we said, their next game, they will be at home taking on Cecina. And for Greenwood Christian Academy, they will focus their attention to University, another conference game for Greenwood Christian in the Pioneer Conference, trying to avoid an 0-2 start. But we saw a lot of bright spots from this GCA team. Really kept things close and put up 64 on a really good Park Tudor team.
Got to remember, it's a 1A game. It's a 1A. They're 1A. Park Tudor, a very good 2A ball club. Park Tudor's ranked in the state. Didn't do bad. Little quirks they probably have to work out, but again, it's only the second game of the year. See what happens. It's very nice working with you tonight, Jarrett, and thanks very much for coming down and filling some big shoes tonight.
Yeah, made the call to the bullpen tonight.
We did.
I see. Hopefully Jimmy gets better soon, and he'll be doing some games here very soon. It's going to be a busy week upcoming, and for the rest of the basketball season, it'll always be a busy time for us here at IndianaSRN. So we will wrap things up here from Greenwood Christian Academy tonight. Our cameraman tonight, Ken Thomason, great job with the shots. Nick Lewis, our on-site producer, tremendous job as always. And for the coach, Keith Myers, I'm Jarrett Lewis saying so long for now. Your final score, the Panthers of Park Tudor 74, Greenwood Christian Academy 64. You are watching Indiana High School basketball, powered by IndianaSRN.